trio Maggie Knox, MC Jesse, and Annie Waweru, Bed of Roses. Promises to be your weekly dose of heartwarming stories, insightful discussions, and expert advice on matters of the heart. Whether you're single, in a relationship, or simply love a good love story, this is the show for you. Don't miss out on the chance to unwind and indulge in the joys and challenges of love, all brought to you by our talented hosts. Tune into Africa 24 every Friday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. and let us guide you through the enchanting world of Bed of Roses. Subscribe now and mark your calendars. You don't want to miss this. See you there.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It is 26 minutes past 8 o'clock East African time. We appreciate that you have been with us here. Remember, this is Africa 24 TV channel coming to you, and we really appreciate your presence. Today we'll be talking about matters love, matters Valentine, issues related to love. Is it an issue of tears or what you call tears? This is a show that comes to you every Friday, Bed of Roses, with me, MC Jesse Moas, and who is absent today, together with Maggie Knox. But with me today, I'm joined by a panelist full of wealth in matters love, starting with Leo. Leo, you can say hello.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Leo Nyabaya. Today, I'm not the host, but today I'm just one of the guests. I also want to listen this thing called love. I just like now that we're in the month of February, and we all know February is the month of love, yani ni ile mwezi wa mapenzi. Sasa mimi pia nimejileta siku ya leo mzima so that I can be able to follow up and know what am I expected to do in this month. Ndio hata mimi nisiachwe nyuma. Thank you so much.
So you are in love already, are you?
I will disclose later.
Thank you so much. I'm also joined by beautiful Nelly Okelo. Nelly, good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon. How are you, MC Jesse? How are you? How are you, everybody who is here? The panel, the host. I don't know even who the host is and everything else. Good evening, everybody. Hi.
Good evening. Wonderful. That is beautiful. That is Nelly who will be telling us how it has been to be in love and such. Kumbuka, ni mambo ya ua la baridi, ua la waridi. Is it about misses or kisses? We also joined by one Josephine. Josephine, are you there?
Hi. Yes.
Simple.
Habari
Yes.
zenu wote. I'm happy to be here with you guys. Yes, I'm here to learn about more about love, you know.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Welcome to the show. And we also have, I believe it's Jeff, who has also joined us. Well, we'll be getting to him. Remember, you have a chance to subscribe, follow our channels, that is either YouTube or any other social media platforms, and be sure we are having engagement. You can also chat with us through our chat room, and be sure we are going to share this. I don't know, I can start with Leo. For the longest you have lived, matters love, matters Valentine, 14th. Imekuwa ni balaa kwako ama imekuwa ni baraka?
Sorry, sijakupata, unauliza vipi?
Nauliza, for the longest that you have lived, we have always been celebrating Valentine's Day, and we always say that it is more of a day than an occasion. Is it to you? Has it ever applied to you? What have you been experiencing the longest that you have lived in this world? Umekuwa kwa baridi ama kwa waridi?
Naweza sema kuwa nimekuwa kwa baridi. Actually, I've never understood this madness about the Valentine. Actually, I just have to admit that I've never understood this thing called Valentine. I've always known that Valentine is about putting on red clothes on 14th of February. And if you're going to office, you need to look for a red tie or you look for a red shirt. Then basically, if I look at it deeply, I've never understood it beyond putting on red clothes just because I see people doing it. So maybe after this show, you people will be able to convince me if I need to really celebrate it. I need to put my energy and concentrate on it, or you just need to ignore it as one of the peer pressure things.
Now, you have said that for the longest you have never believed in this. You have just been seeing people putting on the red things and such kind of things. Does it apply to you, Josephine?
Yes.
Josephine?
Hi.
Does it appear to you that imekuwa ni baridi kwako? Leo has said it has been all about baridi. When we are celebrating love.
Let me stand with let me stand with Antoine Leo. I think for me, I believe love is a scam.
Love is scam. Expound. How do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, love can, mapenzi ni kitu sensitive sana. And kama hujawahi experience, believe. Okay, you cannot join in love yet you don't believe in it.
So for you, your stand is love is a
love lazima iwe ndani. Mapenzi lazima iwe ndani yako. Yes?
But for you, love is a
mapenzi lazima iwe ndani yako. For me, yeah, I think it's a scam.
Maybe we'll get back to you so that we can know which this kind of scam ufungue roho kidogo. But in the meantime, let me loop in Jeff. Jeff, how are you?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Very fine. Wewe inakaa nimeona tabasamu from the start. Wakati ulisikia tu mambo ya Valentine, you even said that you are going to be part of the panel. Wewe lazima umekuwa kwa haya pochopocho ya mapenzi.
No, not really, but at the same time, I like it. I like how you have put it. Yeah. Anyway, let me say that just like Josephine said, love is something sensitive, and love also is something sweet, and it can also be very bitter, depending on how people decide to treat one another. And I think Valentine is a good thing because it will give you a time to reflect on the other person, appreciate what the other person has been to you, treat that person good, and sometimes, and this is the question maybe I'll pose, whether it should be one-sided. Is it the man to buy gifts or both parties, or who should appreciate the other person? And sometimes they say that we Kenyan men are not so romantic, and that's why our women are running away to go to the Oga in Nigeria. Josephine will tell us, what should we do to become the best when it comes to love? What is the expectation in this field when it comes to our women? Because sometimes we may think we are giving our best, but there are some things that we don't know. There are some things that we don't do. And maybe if we are enlightened, we'll be in a position to do them, so that kina Josephine wasipotee tunawasikia Nigeria amidst the heavy accent from Oga, bado wanachukua watu wetu wanaenda karibu wote. So nasema tangu wakati nilijua mambo ya relationships, sijai kosa kununua hata kama ni chocolate. Sometimes hata usipofanya mambo mengi, just make sure you do something. Don't say that you don't have money. Whatever you have, do something. Take that person out, let that person know that you value the time you have been together. And as we say, the man is the head of the family. Lead from the front, even when it comes to relationship. Usigoje ati yeye ndiye ataanzia kila kitu, unless sasa wewe ndiye utajikuta umeolewa. Lakini ukianzia uambie, hey, it's Valentine, asubuhi kuwa na kamaua umeficha mahali, kuwa ulinunua ka chocolate mahali, mwanzie hapo na kila kitu itakuwa sawa. So that's how I see. And also, prepare for it. For those who have partners who are far away, tuma kakitu bwana, tuma pesa. I know hata ukisikia Leo akisema ya kwamba hii mambo ya mapenzi sijui nini, hao watu huwa wanatumia pesa yao yote na mambo ya mapenzi, na ndio unasikia wanasemaga sisi Wakikuyu sio romantic, wanadhania wanafikiria tu mambo ya kabogunda kaproni au mambo ya relationship. So lakini hawa kina Leo wamenoga katika mambo ya mapenzi.
That's very good. Yep. That's good. You have brought out a very strong point that to you, Valentine and sharing love and also issues related to celebrating this in mambo na gifting and such. I want to bring in Nelly. Maybe you can also tell us and start with a confession. Nini hiyo ushaipewa moto wakati wa Valentine, and also what is your aspiration or what is your direction as much as we celebrate Valentine's Day?
Love is a gift that was given to us by God. Anybody who does not embrace love does not love God, because God is love. The moment you dismiss love and say like it's a scam and everything else, it shows that you do not even believe in the love of God. It's only that now the love for human being is different, but the bottom line is love exists. And I believe in love because I have been loved and I've loved before.
Wow.
Yes.
Wonderful. That is good because we have had a confession that love is a gift. Na kuna mtu hapo anasema kwa comment, insist on hapo pa kutuma kitu ama kushare maua and such. I want to bring my brother on board and I'm happy that amevalia rigari ya Kimasai na naona kana kwamba kwa mapenzi yeye pia amenoga. Boss, when was the last time you were surprised during Valentine?
Let me tell you one thing.
Yes.
Love is something sweet. And love is something that mukipata nyinyi wawili ni kitu moja tamu sana. Siri ya mapenzi ni moja.
Yes.
Before you get someone you love, you being a man, you being a lady, go down to your knees na uombe na useme naomba nisaidiwe na mwanaume, naomba nisaidiwe na mwanamke. I tell you, ukipata awe ya kugonga mara moja mara mbili na kuenda, Mungu atawaondoa na utapata bibi, utapata mume. Now when you pray to God that God nibariki na mapenzi, mimi nakwambia kwa kitu ambaye imefanyika na niko nayo mpaka saa hii. When you pray to God that okay, I'm a bad person, I can't ngoa, but I want to find someone that I love. Can you imagine God atakupea mtu mwenye atatoka from your tribe, anaweza toka maybe abroad, anaweza toka maybe Kenya, from different tribe, Africa, South Africa, Ghana, you know. But utapata love. Wacha niwaambie siri ya love. There are two things in this life you cannot define. You cannot define love and justice. Today, naweza nyang'anya leo shamba na ikuwe yangu. That is not justice. I can also say, hauna pesa, nikunyang'anye mwanamke, akuwe wangu. That is not justice. Justice is when you pray. Let me tell you one thing. Where I come from, Luoland. We are so proud to have a wife because boss bana, ukiwa na bibi umefika bana. Bibi tu, wacha gari, wacha nyumba, wacha watoto. Yeah, let me tell you this thing. It's so sweet. When you find a wife, when you find a wife, hakuna kitu mzuri. Hauna hata simba, hauna lion, hauna any house, but umepata baby. Maybe from Mount Kenya, anywhere, elsewhere. Omera, love is so sweet.
Na nataka ushikilie hapo. Nataka ushikilie hapo.
Nimevaa love mpaka kwa shingo. Mnaona mamoni?
Nataka ushikilie hapo kwa sababu naona hii mambo ya love imefanya mpaka umesimama.
Na bado hujaona kiatu. Niko na paka kiatu ya red.
Now, Leo, from where you come
Unajua
from,
MC
there was
Jesse,
a comment. Yes. There was a
nilikuwa
comment from Jeff that where you come from also you celebrate love. Na kuna kitu ulikuwa umesema kuwa who believe in love. Are you sure that is a correct status ama kuna pahali for you baridi iliingilia wapi, Leo?
Actually, Jesse, you didn't get me. I didn't say I don't believe in love. Love is there, Jeff will tell you that love was created by God from the beginning, but now we human beings, we diluted the love that was created by God. Tukaweka love ikakuwa ni kama we gave it a price tag. Nimeona pale Nyox akisema shikilia hapo kwa kutuma kakitu. So when we talk of the month of love, tunaongelea mambo ya Valentine, mapenzi, then somebody want to tag like kutuma kakitu, you want to give it a price tag, then I think it loses the meaning and somebody will question. Sasa, wanyama, I don't know wanyama, there are people who maybe don't have some monetary value. Sasa hao hawatakuwa wana enjoy hii love. So, that is where I normally draw lines, because when you talk of love, there's that love, there's that natural love. You have some feelings towards somebody, you love this person, you can travel with them to moon and back, hapo uhitaji fare. Lakini kuna ile love inafika sasa utakuwa unahitaji sijui fare, kama ni hiyo siku hujaleta maua, inaweza enda nichune maua pale nikuje nipeane, but with that passion na ile feeling, somebody will feel, oh, mtu amenipenda amletea maua, but hiyo maua, they don't mean the real maua, Jeff or Jesse, that you think of just plucking a red rose there and going to give it. Utapeleka hiyo red rose na kesho utapata imerushwa pale nje, ama utachapa nayo kama uja accompany na the real monetary maua. So that is what I was saying.
Wonderful. That presentation is good. And so that I bring in Jeff, yeah? You wanted to counter that and say something?
Yeah, unajua Mr. Leo anakompea wanadamu na wanyama, anasema
and there's a comment as you are going on, there's a comment that Leo, it's like you are talking about somebody who you are touching somebody as you say that, yeah? Tuendelee, Jeff.
Unajua Leo anasema ati wanyama hawana pesa lakini wako na mapenzi. How can you compare human beings with animals? Those animals are totally different from us. They don't have feelings, they don't have senses, and you can show love in different ways. And apart from being closer to the other person, communicating well, if you are blessed, you can buy some gifts. You can give, like I said, it doesn't mean it is wrong. If you have money, send money to the other person to go and treat herself. If you are not there, because if you don't do it, somebody else will do it, especially for those who are far away from their sweethearts. So make sure you are there. If you don't treat them well, somebody else will do it for you. Umesikia hapa,
so maybe with the permission of Jesse, Jeff is talking of sending money to somebody. So who should be sending money? Is it done on equal measures, or there is somebody who is having an obligation to send money? So maybe ukisema hapo tunaweza elewana. Ukisema kutuma pesa, hata mimi sasa hivi nitapeana namba yangu ya M-Pesa.
I can clarify. The point. It all depends on who is blessed amongst you, or who has, like if I don't have money, if I have nothing totally, it's okay if she said something for me or to me, So, but it's also an expectation by nature that we as men, we lead from the front. So, kama wewe, nitasema wanaume tujikaze, tufanye kazi kwa bidii. Isikue tuko katika ile hali ya kuhurumiwa all the time. Wakati mwingine tutakosa, lakini hata kama hauna, tuseme hata kama hauna, fanya kitu. Pigia simu hiyo siku, mshida naye kwa simu kama hauko hapo. Ama utume ka chocolate. Whatever you can do. I mean,
and that's
whatever
good,
you
Jeff.
can do to make that person feel appreciated.
That's
know?
good, Jeff. And I like that. We'll also come to the issue of boy child versus girl child when it comes to celebration of this aspect. And to know, I can see Patrick Oyenga is also saying, I'm waiting for a pair of new socks. Barbara anasema kuwa flowers ni muhimu. But I also want to bring on board the issue of later on, the issue of boy child versus girl child. Who benefits most from these celebrations of love? And as we contemplate on that, Josephine, is there anything genuine to celebrate in terms of love during Valentine's Day, or it is always a show of might, pretense, and such? Bearing in mind what is your perspective?
Okay, me I think right now, I think saizi ni unipake mafuta mgongoni, I massage yours. Because siwezi kuwa submissive kwako, but you're still not showing me what's love. You get? And when it comes to boy child and girl child, when in Luo, I'm not a Luo though, I'm a Maasai. But Luos, do you know the reason why Luos choose our girls?
Josephine, come slow, brother. Come slow, my dear. Come
You
slow.
see those people, it's okay. But those people are there for girls. You see mwanaume anakupa Kiingereza, umenielewa? That man is there for you. Yaani anakuonesha you are the only queen. That's why I'm saying when a Luo man gives you a character development, I'm sorry, you never heal.
Bwana, kwani Josephine, wewe unataka tu uende kwa Mungu bila ku experience heaven and earth bwana. Wacha bwana. Experience earth.
Now, I remember now this aspect of where we come from. I just want to, in a minute, or in a few seconds, Jeff, what is the biggest surprise ushaipiga mtu? Unajua sasa kuna watu wamesema what is the biggest surprise ushaipiga mtu ya love?
That is so personal. That's so personal. I would not like to say it here for many reasons. Yes.
That's in order. But do you believe in that notion that maybe there are some areas whereby bado tumeegemea chini kidogo when it comes to surprises and such? As I also bring in Nelly to give us.
That's true, by the way. That's true. Sometimes it depends on how you were brought up. And children learn from observation. The examples, what they see, how you see what your parents and people around you valued when you were growing up and how they took love. So you find that especially from the Kikuyu culture, we are more of chasing money, chasing plots and properties. And sometimes we think when you have a big house and good car and all those things, you make your wife settle down. So, but we need to know it should be more than that. That sometimes we don't even get time for our families because we are our mind is all the time occupied looking for wealth and all that. So tunabaki kimapenzi nakubaliana kabisa because for me I interact with so many young people na kuambia hawa watu wa Nyanza hawa kina Leo na kina Mzalendo na pia the lawyers, they are doing very well. Wanaweza kuwa hata hawana mambo kubwa, mambo mengi, but whatever they have, okay, sisemi tufike hapo.
Tutafika. I want to confess something. I just want to confess something.
Kindly confess.
You earn 100K, 100,000. Then you find a very beautiful lady somewhere. In where I come from, we call them atoti. You find atoti, nyako, I earn 100K. Sijalipa rent. Na munulia simu ya 90,000. I only go home with 10,000. Hiyo ndio love mali imefika. Hapo ndio mali mapema. Nampea 90, naenda home na 10. Hata sina mafuta ya gari. And that is love, bwana. Manga. That is love. That's how.
Mimi hata nipigwe sijui kama naweza fanya hivyo. Sasa unaona tofauti.
Yes, Jeff, as we come on board with that discussion, as we come on board and bring also the aspect of kujinyima for the in the name of love.
I tell you, let me
Now,
tell you one thing. You see, when nikikuweka kwa chest yangu,
Open your
alafu
video.
niambie babe,
Open your
ni-
video,
nimekuwa
sir.
can
okay.
you open your
Aya,
video?
nimeweka mrembo kwa my chest na akaniambia babe, I will never love again. I only love you. Bwana, what do you expect hapo? What do you expect? Huyu mtu amelala kwa my own chest. Anasikia my heartbeat. My heartbeat. Na anasikia heartbeat ikisema tudum, tudum, tudum. You know. So akaniambia na yeye akasema kusikia my heartbeat. I will never love again. I won't even love anyone. I only love you. Bwana, if you are getting 100K, patia nyakoni 90,000 aende we 10,000.
Now, as we come to that and dissect that, there is a comment from Maggie Nyox who says that there is a time Ali surprised jamaa with a fun birthday na kabahasha. Kumbe kilimramba proper. And squeezy hawezi hata peana 10 bob. Wacha hiyo unasema ati 90,000 hata 10 bob. Nelly Okelo, what is your experience?
Yes.
Love, hii mapenzi. Unaonaje hii maneno ya surprises, bashes and all those things that come with love?
You know, I'm one person who normally supports that women should really fall in love with men with money, and any poor man has no business with love. You know, any poor
Thank
man
you.
has no way
Thank
to express
you.
love to any woman, because men express their love by giving. And when you have nothing to give, the only thing you're going to supply well is maybe your jewels, and that it ends at that, you know. And men should also encourage themselves, and I also encourage men to marry women who love money, because when a man is in love, the best motivation for him to even keep working hard is the woman. You see, but women who are content and keep on encouraging you that God will, hey, God, yes, God will provide, even as you
Utakuwa
work
poor
hard.
forever.
Exactly, you know.
Nelly.
So so when it comes to the issue of love, love exists. The problem is we fall in love for the wrong reasons and expect the good results at the end of the day. You know, we are in an era where women are falling for good in bed, yet men are falling for beautiful nyash. You know, love alone cannot sustain a marriage. Neither can. There must be something beyond what you see that keeps you together. So me, when it comes to my experience with love exists. Love is beautiful. When you find the right person for you, it is a very beautiful thing. The problem is all of us, we are in a hurry, and now that there's social media, we are busy copying results of people without knowing their journey, because whatever is posted on social media is showbiz. People are showing off the good part of it. Nobody is willing to take in the bad part of it and walk through and learn what they went through and now achieve something. You see, so me, I've been loved and I've also loved.
Wonderful.
So people need to be intentional when trying to find this.
Thank you so much. That was a commercial break that was necessary so that we dissect what we have just learned about love. And there's something that comes on board, and I want to bring Leo on board and ask you, Leo,
Yes.
Is there love beyond money, bed, nyash, and such? Have we gone so much materialistic that we have forgotten the nitty-gritties of what true love means? Leo?
Right, I get you. Just to echo the words of Nelly, I think the question have already been pre-answered by Nelly, who told you that love is not just emotions and feelings as we think. But, you know, even basically for men, we fall in love with what we see. Unlike ladies who fall in love with how they feel, though nowadays it's a combination of how they feel and what they expect. So once these expectations are not met, then you'll find that love is not going to be there. So it is a matter of fact that we don't, love alone cannot maybe sustain your relationship. That is factual. There must be some other ingredient. There must be some other pillars that are going to put this love at a position. Number one is materials like money. Nelly have told you that she would not mind, she would not dare date a man who doesn't have money. So it means with the feeling that she have, this money will be cementing that feeling and put this feeling at a specific point so that hii feeling yake isiweze kubomoka. So it is true. Number two, we have what is called intimacy. Actually, we just be frank, you'll find that most people, and this is, I don't know if it is specifically men, ladies are here, they will also tell us their story. Most men fall in love because of intimacy. That is why they describe the size of Nash, they describe the face, they describe what they're able to see. So whenever they see this thing, what comes in their mind, it is intimacy. So that is why a man cannot date you for years or cannot date you for months without having an intimacy. Then obviously that kind of the favors that they give, or the materialistic part that they normally contribute to, will not have to hold. So love, you need the feeling itself, you need some materials za kujenga, and in this case I mean money, and you also need somebody who can satisfy your biological needs, that is the sexual needs. So without that, there is no love. Hakuna ile love mtu atakuja na kwambia, you know me, I like this lady. What is the lady bringing on board? It's a matter of fact that most ladies, they choose not to bring the material part of it, but they bring the intimate part of it. That is why men will look for ladies who are beautiful, because they fall in love with what they can be able to see. They look for ladies who can be good in bed, actually, because that is the thing that they are going to offer. I rest my case.
Wonderful, wonderful, and nice sentiments. As we come on board, and I want to bring Mr. Jeff on board, we want to also ask ourselves, how much can we relate and say love is a bit stupid and dangerous? I'm talking about this because in the country we have had a case of a full-grown teacher in Embu who committed suicide, and in the suicide note brought on board the issue of the girlfriend. He also brought in and said that he be buried on the Valentine's Day. To what extent can we say that love is stupid and also dangerous? Jeff. You are muted, Jeff.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Can you repeat what you just said, the last statement?
I was looking at, and there is a comment that is coming on. Intimacy is the glue that cements love. When you're talking about the debate between intimacy, to what extent should we accept love, and to what extent should we let it flow into our hearts? I'm talking about that because we have had a case of a teacher, a trained teacher, who committed suicide just the other day in Embu in Kenya. And in the suicide note, he noted that he be buried on the Valentine's Day because he is celebrating the love of his life. And he said up to death. So to what extent should we allow this intimacy issue, love issue, to get to our hearts?
As I said, love is something good, and it's meant to be something sweet. It's meant to bring joy in our lives. But what I can tell people is that if you discover that the one you love doesn't love you back equally, you should remember that there are so many other people in the world, not just that one. You know, sometimes we become glued and blinded, like you can't see anything else. That's why we say love is bright. But if you give yourself time and discover, after discovering this person doesn't love me, you'll be able to heal, and you'll be able to see even more better women or men than the one you think you should die for. So nobody should even think of dying or even hurting himself or herself because of love. As much as I say love is a good thing, I don't think there is anything or anybody who should die because of love, because you love somebody so much. No, that is now crazy. That is now, to me, it's insane. Having said that, because I'm saying this because when by the time you are attaining to the level of my age, you have gone through a lot in life. You have loved people, and people have not loved you back, or maybe you have even loved someone and you feel like, oh, this is not the right person for me. That does not mean that you won't love tomorrow, or you won't find another person tomorrow. So the best thing is give yourself time. It's not good to act emotionally or with anger. Huyu jamaa, this teacher, kama angejipatia time, angepata mtu mwingine wa kumpenda zaidi hata ya yule mwenye alikuwa naye. So we have seen people die because of love, but I would discourage that so much. There is something that somebody just mentioned here. Mr. Leo said that men think of women who are good in bed, and I felt that is also a subject of discussion, because sometimes I wonder, do we have women who are good in bed and others are not? Do we have men who are good in bed and others are not? Because I think if there is something you are expecting her to do, why can't you show her? Why can't you train her if you love her? Because some of these should never be excuses as to why you feel somebody is not good for you. Unless somebody has health issues, the issue of who is good in bed and who is not good in bed should never arise among people who love each other.
That's an
Also, having said that, men, we go with what we see. We are not emotional. We are not like ladies. We don't even enjoy so much being called the petty names, sweetheart, baby, and all those things, and women touching us all the time. We are not like that. Unlike women, they are. It's all about emotions. It's all about the words, the names you call her. It's all about the flowers. Some of us, even if you buy a truck of flowers, might not touch our hearts. We listen to, how do you talk to me? How do you show respect to us?
wonderful.
Those are men. Those are men. That's how we see love.
Wonderful. That's good. And somebody, one of our followers, has highlighted the issue of understanding your partner's love language. And this is maybe somewhere, and this is Monica Morioki, who I'll paraphrase, love language. You know each other's love language. And I wonder, and this is one of the comments I'll request members who are following us, and remember, you can subscribe and also you can comment and share through our social media platform, that is Afrique 24 TV station, and all our social media handles. Now, in terms of love language and understanding love language, my brother who is donning love attire, one question and an issue that has been brought on board: there are some women who are good in bed and some who are bad in bed. Is it the same connotation to you, ama hiyo ni falsafa ya kujiliwaza?
Kwa tu, as in, unajua the problem tuko nayo hapa. There are those women who pretend to be good in bed, yet they are not good in bed. There are those women who are good in bed. So kitu muhimu hapa, mwanaume ni tumbo, sex, na kumjulia hali. If those things you cannot do, achana ile mambo ati job, ametoka job imekuwa ngumu, mjulie hali, mweke chini, muongeleshe, mpe chakula, aoge, akuje kwa bed, muongee.
Na kuna mtu ameniambia,
nimesema tu kwa bed, sasa wewe unashika simu ya TikTok. No, talk to your husband. Get to know where there's mali kuna shida, na umpende, na umvute karibu. Nakwambia, love is not when I say I love you. Love is also when you give me the, the deep, the shallow, the peck, the tight, the love, the care, so many things. Love is something sweet when you find somebody who understands my body, my language, my character, you know. So watu wengi ambayo tunakosa, unapata wanajiua ama wanaua wanawake. Mtu amewachiwa shamba, amepata msichana ampendi, anapeleka msichana shule, ameuza shamba. Msichana anakuja baadaye, sasa msichana anapata mwenye amesoma kiwango yake kuliko yeye, alafu msichana anamonyesha madharau. The guy will do anything. Akiwa na premium atauza, akulua, akulete karibu, atakuua. Alafu pia kwa hii love inakuwaga mwenye huwa na somebody who acts as most are only ladies, not men. Yeah. So we try to be men, but love yetu yote inaendaga kwa wanawake. So ladies lazima wapendwe, waheshimiwe, understand. Actually mwanamke nimegundua, just keep quiet, listen. Atakwambia, atakueleza. Hivyo tu.
Wonderful. Now, before I bring Nick on board, Nick najua amesikia mambo ya bedroom imetajwa pahali akakimbia mbio pande hii. Nick, before I bring you on board, I want to ask Nelly.
Yes.
This issue of understanding love language, what can you tell men? And two, this issue of love rotates mostly around bedroom. What is it that men might be doing wrongly that maybe we need some Mwakenya points kama tatu so that maybe we improve on this?
You know, love cannot rotate only in bedroom, because there are times even that sex alone cannot happen in marriage. Do you quit? It cannot only be narrowed to bedroom, you know. So mapenzi ni mapenzi. The problem is we are confusing obsession with love. Love is not stupid. Anything that makes you stupid that you cannot think, that is not love. You know, that is obsession. Anything that makes you lose yourself to prove a point to your partner, that is not love. Love languages are there. Understand your partner's love language. Know, are you compatible to this person? Are you compatible spiritually? Are you compatible sexually? Are you compatible financially? Are you compatible when it comes to education, emotions? You know, you really need to go down. Be intentional about asking these questions that you don't want to ask. We assume a lot of things while dating, and we focus on the bedroom, and you come to realize when you marry this person, you go with expectations that are even not going to be met in this marriage. You know, there's nothing like good in bed. If you love somebody, whatever you do with that person in that bedroom is between the two of you, and it's going to excite the two of you. That is why the matrimonial bed is a sacred bed. You know, whoever you call poor in bed, somebody else enjoys what they do with them. You know, so if at all you get your satisfaction and comfort in being hit so hard by somebody until you feel injured, there's a problem with your self-esteem and you need to work on it.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful, present. And you have brought about so many points that are very relevant and important. That love goes beyond just the body. It goes beyond, it creates a bond in so many aspects, the spiritual, the natural, the likes, the body language, and also issues to do with love language. Nick, do you have a love language? And ama ni musamiati kwako?
I've just had very romantic people like Ochuka. I didn't know Ochuka is so romantic. Hiyo ni kukaliwa. Hiyo ni kukaliwa. Hiyo si romance, hiyo ni kukaliwa.
Naweza kuwa mtu wa Azimio, mtu wa Tiagas, but niko na mapenzi bwana. Ama Luo.
Ayo, sikujua the other side of you that unaweza kuwa romantic mpaka unatuambia mamistari,
Buda.
Hapa.
Wanawake lazima tuwapende. Lazima tuwapende.
So Nick, you can come on board and comment on this.
Your wife is very lucky. I'm lucky to have a man like you, but but kitu ile ninachangia ni you can get married to a woman, upeleke ng'ombe kwao na ukuje na ng'ombe kwako. Unaona? Ukuje na you can take
No,
you can
no,
take
that
10
is
cows.
poetry.
You can take 10 cows to their home. Then you come back with one cow that will disturb you for the rest of your life, you know. So that one is also there. So love is a bit complicated. It is something that has no definition. Yeah, it is. It's each and everyone's understanding that love exists. First of all, if you go back to the Valentine's, how it started to be the Valentine. Nobody even talks about it. So there were these Roman soldiers who were denied an opportunity by the Catholic Church to marry. And then Saint Valentine started marrying them secretly. These soldiers to get married, to get the experience of love. That's how Valentine's came to be. And then when they were executed, that day became so special, and it was now called Valentine's Day. So every man, every woman has got an experience, but the most important thing is understanding. You marry somebody that you have a mutual understanding. At least you agree on most of the things, if not everything. But again, the beauty about it is that the misunderstanding aspect of the relationship. When there is a misunderstanding, there is communication. You cannot agree with. Imagine a house where you agree with your wife or you agree with your husband on almost everything. That cannot be a relationship. That can be something called I don't know. Maybe Mburu has a name for it as a pastor. It's not a relationship. So love has got that misunderstanding. That is why kuna makansela wanakuja wanawambia mfanye hivi na hivi. But again, love has become has changed in Africa. For instance, in Kenya, you can marry more than one or two wives today. So love can also be shared. Maybe Nelly can tell us why they don't agree that love can be shared. Love can also be shared. And that is the most important thing, that if you can share love, it is something very, very good. I didn't want to come onto the screen, but Ochuka, Leon, I've seen the other side of Ochuka that I've never known. That is a very romantic, a very, very romantic person. But again, yes, again, sex is not everything in a marriage, because if you say sex is everything, you can be incapacitated. Even you can get into an accident and you will not function at all sexually. So does that mean that relationship ends there? No, it doesn't mean that relationship ends there. So that's why I tell you, love encompasses so many things that are sometimes beyond our imagination. When you cry for nothing for this woman from another village that you didn't even know, that has broken your heart, So that is the strange part about this thing called love. Otherwise,
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nick. As we maybe close out on that, there is also something that has been hitting the headlines today. I don't know if it's ready, about a case that has been going on for some years, about a lady who was killed some few years back, and later on, there was an issue of some hearing that was happening today, and a judgment that will be laid or else will be brought on board on 8th March. And one of the suspects in this case was freed, and the other one was found guilty and such. What might be leading to these kind of scenarios? Because we have seen quite a number of cases coming on board. I'm talking about that case of Monica Kimani and other issues, other related cases that come on board, Airbnbs, each and every time. Where have we gone as far as this is concerned? Our love man here has lifted his hand. But before I come to that, I want to give Jeff, from a pastoral perspective, a minute maybe to say, what is it that is ailing our society? Because what is supposed to be a celebration of love has already or has always led to death and hurt. Jeff?
Yeah, one relationship, most of the time we don't know the people that we are engaging in love with. And that's very important. Take your time. Study the other person, know their behaviors, know their characters, because you might end up in the hands of a criminal. And this one, I'm not just talking of women, even men can end up being in the hands of criminals. So I think right now, because this issue has come out in the public, let's just talk openly. Somebody like Jackie Maribe, this was a media star, a queen, shining lady, very wise, knowledgeable. But you see, her life was almost ruined in the name of love because she engaged in a relationship with a criminal, not knowing. And now she was heading to jail. And, when it comes to matters like someone killing people, she was going to be jailed maybe forever or even death sentence. So what I can say is that we have to be very careful. As we said, love is bright, and it can take you to a very dark corner in the forest where you try to come out, but you don't know how to come out. So it's very important that we be very careful, that we take our time. Today, people want to know each other today. Some people know each other today, and within the next few hours, they're in bed enjoying each other. And that is how many people have lost lives. Because, I don't know, we have become like goats and cows and rabbits. We don't take time. Take your time. And if you realize that Jeff does not have the character that you'd expect, just tell him, I'm sorry, I don't think we can continue. I normally tell people, it is better to break a relationship than break marriage. Somebody was advised by his pastor that after observing the relationship between the two of you, I don't think you people can stay together because of the reasons that the pastor was having. And the pastor gave this guy a proposal. It is either you decide to leave this lady or you fight for the rest of your life. But because of love, the man was in deep love. He said, no, I better fight. I better fight for it. And finally, after many years, they end up separating. And this man was saying, I wish I listened to the pastor. But what happens today, when people are in love, try to talk anything that is perceived as negative to those people who are in love, they will hate you instead. They don't even want to listen or to hear what you are saying. Sometimes talk to people who love you. Ask them what they see as you take time to learn one another.
Yes.
Because, like, for instance, I'm a pastor. I have handled so many relationship issues and counseling and all that. There might be something I know that the new people who are entering in relationship, they don't know. So when I listen to them, when I watch them, I'm able to know whether they are compatible or not. So let people take time. Let people also seek counseling at the right time. Go through those counseling classes before you enter into marriage. Many people ignore that, and sometimes we think, oh, I'm educated, I'm a graduate, I know everything. They think that those counseling means nothing. So they miss a lot, and they end up in a relationship that will bring a lot of pain, chaos, and even sometimes death.
Wonderful. That's it's also good for us to put a disclaimer that some of the views are personal. They don't prescribe or they don't give the intention of the TV stations, and it's good for us to put that disclaimer. I don't know if that video clip is ready so that we maybe get a feeling and a touch of what was happening in the court today.
Get into that, but if you're wondering where our sports team is today, be sure to join us in our subsequent bulletin. We will show you why our sports team is away from this office. Oh no! Oh my God! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my God! Oh my God! No! Oh my God! Stop you! Oh my God! What are you doing? I think we've ended the news. Thank you. Dennis. Oh my God! Wait. Oh my God! Wow.
Arraigned on the order of the Director of Public Prosecution Nurdin Haji, Jackie Maribe and Joseph Irungu took to the dock Tuesday morning. To the world, Maribe might have been painted as an accessory to the murder of Monica Kimani, but to her father Mwangi Maribe, she remains daddy's girl. The two taking it easy in court, in contrast of the monstrosity of the charge awaiting the TV anchor. Her mother was also here to comfort her. Irungu, the man police accused of carrying out the murder, sat pensively next to Maribe, chewing gum. And when the court session started, the plea was moved to Monday, even as Maribe's lawyer Katwa Kigen asked the court to proceed without further delays.
If it were to be the case that that mental assessment
May I have the first accused person stand up? You will appear before the court on 8th of March for sentencing. Unfortunately, after conviction, I'm unable to accede and or allow the prayer by your counsel for you to remain on bond. I'm cancelling your bond. You
Join us every Friday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for a captivating journey into the world of love, relationships, and romance. Presented by the dynamic trio Maggie Knox, MC Jesse, and Annie Oweru, Bed of Roses. Promises to be your weekly dose of heartwarming stories, insightful discussions, and expert advice on matters of the heart. Whether you're single, in a relationship, or simply love a good love story, this is the show for you. Don't miss out on the chance to unwind.
Now, I wanted us to play those clips, and we have seen the background check and what has been happening. Talk of love issues being sweet, beautiful, love triangles, the BFF taglines coming on board. Must love go on board and end on a sad note? Ochuka.
Hapa mimi sina furaha hata kidogo, kwa sababu both of these people, watu wawili, wali commit murder. The man went and killed. Kuna venye anapatikana na CCTV akiingia kwa building na mwanamke akitoka. Kuna venye on the other side, the Maribe ana alter, ana interfere na evidence, ana advise this guy na evidence, ana haribu. Leo
Achuka, as you go on, maybe
no,
Achuka, as you go on, maybe let me guide you a little bit, Achuka, as we go on board. I just want us to look at that as a case study without maybe going into details, because these are case that has not even come to an end. Let's stick the general agenda.
Sawa, mimi sijafurahia. These two people wanafaa kushikwa na waingie ndani korokoroni. The lady anafaa kutest 5 years to 7 years or 10 years in jail, because boy child si mtu powerful. Boy child si mtu alikuwa anajulikana na watu 1 or 2. Wewe umeona pale before this lady akuwe mtu prominent, kuna watu wako kwa siasa, wako nyuma yake.
And as I come to that, Achuka, as I come to that,
namaliza tu.
Let me come back to that. Let me come to you in a few. Let me come to you in a few. As we engage on this and as we look at this as a case study, and remember, viewers, we have said that the views of individual panelists are not necessarily the views of our channel. I want us to look at this concept of love from the Jackie Maribel perspective and the love issues, triangles that come on board, without maybe going deeper into this case, because these are matter that is still in court. What is your take on these issues of love triangles, issues of hatred coming on board, issues of resulting in death and such kind of things? Madam Nelly, what is your take on this?
Sorry, I muted, so I was unmuting. Sorry for that. Okay. I'll just talk about it generally.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you would date somebody for 10 years and you cannot just judge their character until you marry them. So whatever happened is sad. Somebody lost a life. Nothing justifies killing of anybody, be it a man or a woman. Nothing justifies. But again, I don't know. It is also love that also kills and hurts. People in love react differently to circumstances. Somebody might be hurt and betrayed and they just walk away. Some of them might decide to, it's either you die or I die. Or if I can't have you, nobody else can have you. So as a case study, as we talk about it, because the issue is on court and I don't want to go into the evidence and the details of everything, and not to say like the judge gave wrong judgment and everything else, this is a lesson to, especially as women, while falling in love, ask questions so that you know the intention of somebody when they come into your life. Not all men who tell you I love you mean it. Some of them want access, and after they get the access, they can decide to do anything with it. You can either survive or you can die in the process. So life is about risking. Even men are killed, women are killed. So involve God in it. And just before I stop, we really underestimate people who know God. We really underestimate falling in love with partners who are spiritually awoken like maybe you are. Because maybe we find them boring and we find like we're not going to enjoy so much life. They're going to limit us because of their attachment to Christ. But I think as ladies now, it is important for you to realize who are you dating. Ask their background, ask where they're coming from. Let you be told stories. Because I don't think somebody can just wake up today and begin to be a killer one day. There's something you assumed, or you just said, you know what, let me just assume this, things are gonna be better. Ama you think you are perfect than the other one.
Wonderful. Sentiments, and thank you for that we need to also put God first in this. And Nick, what do you take home from this case? Which lessons can we take from this case?
Thank you, MC Jesse. I mean, just as Nelia said, love is expensive. It's a very expensive venture, and a good number of people get hurt on the way. There are also other people who have been successful. So in this world, you will meet those bumps in life. For Jackie Maribe, all is not lost. She has learned her lessons. The judgment would have been better if she has an accomplish. She would have at least gotten a sentence, but walking out scot-free, again, it's not a fair judgment. And sad to say, there is an influence of money that that was involved, and that is why that lady died, because there was some money this other guy was chasing around, and most likely to please Maribe. I'm just speculating, and that is not the opinion for Africa. I'm just speculating in my own way, that we men can go out of our way to please a Nelly out there who is seated doing her nails, and at the end of the day, you end up paying the price. So it is sad that we really need to be careful on the people we date. You know, a long time ago, our mothers, our aunties, used to look for wives for us. Yeah, they would go out there and tell you, like when I was dating, any girl that I brought in front of my mother, she would dismiss them. She would tell me, you know, that one's legs are so thin. You know, you'll get bored of her within a short period of time. Watch her to end. And eventually it is true. Whatever a mother's instinct is, it is true. When they look at a woman like this, they would know your character. If by the time you open your mouth at a jua, when they take you to the kitchen, uende upike, they want to know whether you'll be able to feed the husband, yeah, the son. So wanakupatia hizo drill zote, na hizo ni drill za mapenzi, so that this marriage can last. You have somebody who can prepare your food properly, somebody who comes in the evening with a smile, and not somebody who comes, ukiingia pale amefura, amekukunjia ngumi bwana, umeoa Conjestina pale kwa nyumba. Ukiingia hapo, ukifunga mlango unatandikwa hilo jayoyona. Somebody like Ochuka vile anaongea zile vibari anapata, pengine ndio naanza mfanya akuwe anaongea.
Wonderful. That's good. Those are good views. And I think the most important thing is for us to take care of ourselves. And I think there is a call that we also need to know the people we are dating.
Ulinikata, sijamaliza hata. Sijamaliza.
I'm coming back to you. I'm coming back to you. And I also want us to restrict ourselves to the case study without much going into the judgment, because that may infringe on the rights of what we are doing. I've seen some comments in our chat room from Nyox, who is saying love is a beautiful thing. It is always supposed to be a case of kisses and not misses. And because of time, remember our show runs for approximately 1 hour. We are already past. I'll give each one of us a minute to give us parting shots and also comment. Is love supposed to be a miss or a kiss? I'll start with Jeff.
Oh, thank you so much, MC Jesse. Thank you for the opportunity. I have enjoyed the show. To the viewers, thank you so much for being together with us. Let us love one another. I just want to say, out of the case that we have just seen there of Joey and Jackie, that we have to be very careful. As much as love is supposed to be sweet, kisses, as Nyox is talking about, there is that other part that most of us don't anticipate, that it can also be very, very bitter. And some people have good life. Some people have focus in life. Before relationship, they have their life organized, but everything crumbles when they enter into relationship. So I have seen such kind of things. So let us be very, very careful. But in this season of Valentine, let us show love. Let us love one another. Do whatever you can do to show the other person that you love them, that you appreciate. And I think it's not just about relationship or the person you love, the intimate love. There is also loving other people, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your friends. Show them some love. So Valentine, make sure you do something that you show that you understand what is love. Thank you so much, MC. God bless
Wonderful.
you all.
Asante. Achuka, you have something to say for a minute and you're parting shot?
Mmenikata, but it's okay. Mi nasema kitu moja, mwanaume lazima aheshimiwe. Mwanaume lazima pia yeye mwenyewe apewe rights zake, na mimi nimekuja kugundua wanaume wote hawana rights, hawana haki. Hata koti leo imetuambia hiyo. Ladies wana walk free na anything yenye wamefanya, wanasema ni mwanaume na si mwanaume. Hiyo ndio ukweli. Secondly, wanawake wako Afrika wengi, Kenya mzima wengi, dunia mzima, wapendwe, waonyeshwe heshima, wasiwawe. Wewe ukifili mwanamke amekukosea, you walk away, you're a man. God atakubless na kenye umespend kwake na ataku add much more. Mwanamke umefili mwanaume amekukosea, walk away. We have so many men, enda church, enda club, enda wapi, utawapata. So love ni kitu poa sana, to celebrate love. Unajua pia nimekuja kugundua kitu moja, hii mambo ya kuonyesha watoto dadi huyu, dadi ni Nick, dadi ni Cornell, dadi ni Nick, inaleta shida. Kama dadi ni Nick, wacha dadi akuwe Nick. Kama dadi ni Cornell, wacha dadi akuwe Cornell. You know, you confuse kids hapa na pale. Nick anakuja na karakta yake, na mimi najua Nick ni mtu mbaya sana. Nick anakuja na karakta zake zile mbaya. Mimi niko na karakta mzuri kama Cornell. Mtoto anachukua yangu, lakini yangu huwa ionekani ile mtu mzuri. Za Nick naonekana. So we spread love, we love each other, we respect each other. Na mimi nawapenda wote.
Thank you so much for love, and I believe and trust you have some surprise for your people on this Valentine's Day. Nelly, you can give us some parting shots and also tell us if you have any plans for the Valentine. Kindly unmute, Nelly.
Yes. Parting shot.
Yes.
I think it's unfair for you to only be waiting for Valentine's Day for somebody to show you how much they love you. For any lady who has been dating a married man and thinking you're expecting something on Valentine's Day, please drop that expectation. You're just a part-time person, so wait for the time that this man has free time. Valentine's is for people who chose each other and express love to each other, So on Valentine's Day, appreciate the people you love, and if you don't have somebody, you can also appreciate yourself. You cannot show love when you don't know even how love looks like. You yourself, your love. God is love. So be kind to yourself as a woman or as a man, and love will find you. Let the right people find you because of how you feel about yourself, Yes. So my expectation for Valentine's is, of course, I'm expecting to be treated because, yes, I'm in love. This is a bit awkward. Nick happens to be my eldest bro, and this guy raised me.
Yes.
So there are things I don't talk in front of him out of respect.
Nick, assume you are not listening.
We can remove him. We can remove him. Okay, removed him. Now speak.
Yes, I'm expecting something. I'm also planning something for that person. So don't be only somebody who expects. Also, you let somebody expect from you. To my fellow ladies, I would only encourage you, work on yourself. Take time before you fall in love. One day, maybe if I come back, I'll tell my story, because I'm one person who thought that love can sort out my financial situation, until I realized you have to work on yourself before the right person finds you. You get? So
Wonderful.
Let us fall in love for the right reasons, and just remember, you are doing a good job wherever you are. Don't run somebody's race. Run your own race and realize love begins with you. Nobody was created on this earth to make you happy. So if you are finding a relationship to be happy, you are looking for the wrong thing. Happiness is an inside job. Be a happy person even within yourself, and then happiness will find you. You will find each other someone who compliments you. Focus on the right questions. Don't look for love. Love finds women. Women were born
Unasikia
to
hiyo?
be loved.
Nick,
Men,
unasikia?
yes, women were created to be loved.
Huyu Nick anipendi. Nick, unasikia hiyo?
Let's give her a chance to finish.
Yes, women are to be loved, and if given a chance to choose between love and respect, go for a man who respects you, because out of love, respect comes. Yeah. So fall in love with the right things and go beyond the physical, because love is a great gift that was given to us by God. So to everybody who is here, happy Valentine's Day. Show kindness and love to yourself before you give it outside there. You can never pour from an empty cup. You can't give what you don't have. So don't expect love, yet you yourself, you're such a mean and kind person. Love will never find you.
Can we clap
So
for you,
work
please?
on
We just
yourself.
want to clap for you.
Wonderful.
We clap for the lady. We clap.
Wonderful. That deserves a standing ovation. That is good. That don't expect love.
Nick ndio ako na
Don't give
fitina.
love.
Nick haja clap.
Of course,
Tunamjua.
imagine,
Nick
sorry
clap.
that
Yes.
time is
Nick
over,
clap.
but this is something you really need to talk about, and talk about it and spread the word all over.
Yes.
We really need men also who sit together like you guys have seated together, talk about love, because it is important. It is
Wonderful.
important. It is
Thank
very
you.
important. Yeah, the beginning of life is love.
Thank you so much.
Nick, you raised her very well. You raised her
Yes,
with love.
that is good. And that's why
Nick mwenyewe apige makofi. Nick ako na fitina. We know Nick.
But
Yes,
Mimi najua ile side ingine yake.
I want to protect Nick. I want to protect Nick. Now, Nick.
Let me steal a secret of Nick.
Yes.
Nick is one person anapendanga bibi yake na roho yake yote. I'm telling you the truth. Some of the things we've learned from Nick, honestly. He respects his family. Ukweli, Nicky would defend his own, yani hata sisi tuingilie, atakurusha huko mbali, lakini the family is protected. I love that about him. I learned that from him.
Now, in fact,
unachoma Nelly sasa unachoma.
Yes, let me protect Nick. Nick, in a minute, Nick, maybe you're parting short, and because it has been declared how you are in love.
I think Nelly has summarized what many women out there feel, and many men like Ochuka also feel. Maybe what Nelly sees in me is what I don't see in myself. So sometimes it is how you are raised. When you are raised well, you will behave well. When you are raised badly, you will behave badly. So even women you meet out there, it is how they are raised. How they are raised, what they were taught. Yeah, I am lucky that I was raised well with my parents. So that's who I am. And in between life, you also learn some things from friends, others you read, others you from experience. Yeah. So experience is a very, very good teacher. So even if you are out there looking for love, know that it's not a bed of roses like the program. Love is not really a bed of roses. There are hurdles that you will always meet out there. There are challenges that you will find your partner with. As you will get married to a partner who wakes up at 3 a.m. in the morning, a night runner, and takes off like Alex, my friend. Yeah. So some of these things do happen. And then you'll be told that it is part of their culture. They do it like that every night. So you're already married a night runner and you can't get out of it. So it is what it is. So
wonderful.
So love is like that. Anyway, thanks so much. I want to thank Nelly for coming to the show. She was standing in for the girls. Thank you very much, small sister. And thank you for You have heard it. We already pushed the numbers. We want you to come and also help us push the numbers to
I will. By the way, if you have this frequently, I'll be telling my people that every maybe Friday or Saturday, I'll always be live here so that when they don't come on TikTok, they come here so that you find subscribers. Yes.
Yeah, we will link the program to your TikTok channel. We will find a way of linking it so that they can also join. Thank you very much.
Go TikTok.
Let Mahari, bwana.
Thank you so much. Now,
I'm just a camp guy. You know,
order members, yes, order. We will discuss that after the show. Let's come to Leo. What is your final take on this issue of love?
Thank you so much, Jesse. When I have to, first of all, I just want to tell Nelly to go slow on matters of polygamy. We are Africans, and Africa is our business. So when you want to touch some African practice, some of us who still have some strong spiritual belief in Africanism, we should always tell you, yo mambo ingine, there's a sentiment you say that those people who are expecting some gifts from married men, that one kuna mali unakanyaga na wazee watakuita kando. Otherwise, I just first of all allow me to appreciate her and the contribution that she made. And my expectation, I am expecting some, I don't expect much. I'm just expecting a wallet, a belt, and maybe a watch. And I know somebody somewhere is expecting much. This person will just come with the watch, which is what you know, but with them they expect me to do what Jesus did when he got some 2 fish and some 5 loaves and multiply them. So I'm expecting to multiply some gifts come this Valentine. That is obvious because we are men and we already accepted the responsibility. So that is it. And for this Valentine, I'll just remind people that it is not a must that somebody gives you a gift. And we don't need to wait for the Valentine is when we show love. You don't need to show love on a single day, then get back to your arrogant, your normal days without communication, your normal days with the mistreatment. So if it is love, let every day be Valentine. That is when we'll say that love exists. But if love can only exist on a specific day, on a specific month, then it is a business. It is not love. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We really want to appreciate each and every person who has participated in this. I want to appreciate the panelists, starting with Leo, Jeff, Nelly, Achuka, Nick, and Josephine for finding time to be with us this beautiful day. I also want to appreciate in absentia my co-hosts, that is Anne and also Nyox, who are not able to make, but they have been following this live. This is what happens each and every Friday from 8 p.m. Kindly subscribe to our channel, that is Afrique 24 TV channel, and always every Friday at 8 p.m. you can find us under this tag of Bed of Roses. It is for us to make this an opportunity for kisses and not misses. Remember, love is like vitamins. We supplement each other minimum daily requirements. I wish you all the best as you celebrate love. Remember, it is not just about Valentine, but love and Valentine is every day. I have been your host, MC Jesse Mwas. Thank you so much for being part and parcel of this. God bless you and have a lovely morning, lovely night, lovely afternoon, and God bless you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, just a minute before.
Join us every Friday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for a captivating journey into the world of love, relationships, and romance. Presented by the dynamic trio MC Jesse and Annie Bed of Roses. Promises to you, release those of heartwarming stories, insightful discussion, and advice. Whether you're single, in a relationship, or simply love a good love story, this is the show for you. Don't miss out on the chance to unwind and indulge in the joys and challenges of love, all brought to you by our talented host. Tune into Afrique 24 every Friday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Let us guide you through the enchanting world of Bed of Roses. Subscribe down and mark your calendars. You don't want to miss this. See you there.
Hi, just a minute.
Yes. Before you end, MC Jesse, before you end, wait.
Yes.
Yes, what did you have to say?
Yes, Nani, Mercy is my friend, and Hadassah. They're asking, is Jeff Mburu single?
All right, Jeff is very, very single and looking for one, and he's in Missouri. He's in Missouri. He's in Missouri, and we'll give you the number.
Why are you talking? Why are you talking on my behalf, Mzarendo?
He's lying to you.
Let me
Very,
open
very
the
single.
camera. No, let me open the camera. You see them. That's what they're requesting.
Oh, please, can we end the show?
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Nick.